Let's go.
All right. Good morning. Neil here with the All Fit Radio Show and my series Who's Who in Santa Cruz. I'm here with the lovely Lori Butterworth from
From the Center for Child and Adolescent Mental Health.
Perfect.
Great to see you, Neil. Thank you.
It's nice to
So
see.
today,
I love popping in here.
I know, I love popping in here because
Pop
we
in.
just had a conversation before
I know. I
everybody
got
signed
you
on.
diagnosed me with ADHD.
Well, maybe we could do a little
Oh
bit
my
about
God.
that, maybe. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, we don't know.
We can dive
We'll
into
find out.
that. It's
We
fine.
can dive into that. But what I want
Is
to
that
talk
a beer
about?
over there you're drinking?
No, I'm not drinking beer. I don't
Okay.
drink
Just
beer
checking.
in here. I don't drink beer in here.
All right. What are
Um,
we chatting about today?
So I want to talk. We talked about this a little bit before, but I want to talk about for youth mental health for parents. If you're looking for a therapist or support for your kid, how do you know whether the support that they're getting or the therapy that they're getting is going to work? Most
Well,
of the
first
time,
of all, I think doesn't the kid have to like the therapist?
yeah,
If the kid doesn't like the
that
therapist, you got
yeah,
a brick wall ahead of you,
that's
right?
number one. The
Okay.
most important thing that is the number one thing that research shows is the therapeutic relationship. So you have to make sure that there's a relationship there. Not everybody, it's not personal. Not everybody works with everybody else. I tell kids when they come in here, if you want to work with somebody else, that's great. I'll help you find somebody that
Right.
you can relate to because that you're not going to get much, you know. And some people they just don't, you
Right.
know, and others do. But for parents, I think, you know, so they really like the person. That's great. They can talk, but you can talk all day long,
Right.
and sometimes nothing really changes. So if your child is suffering a particular condition, like for example anxiety, you want to know that they're getting the treatment for anxiety that the science backs, right? You want to know that the treatment that they're getting has been shown to work in most cases. Now,
Yeah.
every person is different, every kid's different, every individual is different, of course. But there have been lots of studies around certain treatments for certain conditions. So
Okay.
that's what we try to match up.
Okay.
Okay?
Have you ever had a kid that hasn't said it, just doesn't say anything?
Yesterday.
Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah,
Right.
yesterday.
How do you just try and break down those rules, or is
No,
nothing you can do?
I think
Give
what
them
I give them space. Sometimes they just need to sit.
yeah.
Sometimes they just need to sit and think, and
No,
sometimes
no,
I'll
we all
say,
need that. We all need that,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But sometimes I'll say, okay, so I'm just gonna ask some questions. If you want to nod,
Yeah.
that's cool. Usually they'll nod or something like that, and then most of the time they'll open up.
Yeah.
It takes a little while, but you know, you come in here, it's like been a rough day. You've gone through all these things, and the therapist is gonna, you know, start to grill you on some things you may not want to talk about.
And they don't have
at
their
that
phone in
particular
their hand,
Yep, they do not have
right?
their phone in their hand. No. Yeah. So yeah, but it's rare. It's rare, and most of the time, you develop a relationship with a young person, and they look forward to coming here. I have kids that come in here with the biggest smile on their face, like, "What are we going to do today?" And I go, "What are we going to learn about you today?" You know. So
Right.
so that's really good. But anyway, what I want to talk about is a particular type of therapy, and we mentioned this before: cognitive behavioral therapy. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, so cognitive behavioral therapy is a type, it's like a modality. It's a type of therapy that was developed by Dr. Aaron Beck. I could give you a lot of background on it. But what it really does is it looks at the connections between your feelings, your thoughts, and your behaviors. Okay? So,
Okay.
so this is what we're going to use this for today.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, Dr. Mark Brackett at Yale developed a tool. It's an app. It's called How We Feel. Okay? So what we're going to start with CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, is identifying our feelings.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
So like, what are you feeling right now? How are you feeling?
Comfortable.
Comfortable. Okay, so you got comfortable feeling.
Yeah.
So because the idea is, if you can name it, you can tame it. That's one of the things we talk about feelings.
If you
So
name it, you can tame it.
Yeah, if you can name your feelings, you
Okay.
most likely you have a better chance of taming it, getting kind of control over the feelings. So let's look at these 4 categories of feelings. Now, would you tell you're feeling calm?
Yeah.
Okay,
Comfortable.
comfortable. Okay, so you're feeling comfortable right now. So we have these 4 categories, this kind of quadrant of types of feelings. We have red, blue, yellow. I have an orange pen for that,
Yeah.
and green because you can't see the yellow. Anyway, okay, so
Yeah.
okay, so you're feeling comfortable now. Comfortable, calm, all that.
Yeah.
This is kind of...
I don't feel threatened in any way.
Right.
I mean, I'm in a therapist's office, but I'm just doing the part. I'm not threatened in any. So
Okay.
maybe if I came here for therapy, maybe it'd be different. I'm sure it'd be different.
Okay. If you came here for therapy, how might you feel?
Ooh, stressed.
Okay. Okay. So let's look at those two feelings. So right now, you're feeling calm. That's low energy. Good.
Yeah.
This
I
is
could
a
take- I can,
positive.
You can stop talking. I'll take a nap right here.
Yeah. This is a positive,
Right.
pleasant, right?
Yes.
Low energy. So
Yeah.
it's low energy and pleasant. So you're going to put that feeling in here. Write it in here. What your feeling is right here.
Okay. This a pen right here?
Somewhere. You gotta pull off this lid thing here. There you go. Okay. So you're feeling
I'm feeling calm and
comfortable.
comfortable.
You can just put comfy if you want. Okay, calm and comfy right now. Okay?
Yeah.
So, but if you were in here for another reason, like if you were in here to really talk about some really dark
Yeah.
stuff that's going on for you and
Yes.
you know, you have to look at stuff, that how might you feel?
Stressed.
Stressed. Okay, now, so stressed and like uptight and all that, that's high energy, right?
Yeah.
High energy, is it pleasant?
No.
Okay, because you got high energy pleasant here.
It's uncomfortable.
High
It's
high energy
Yeah.
unpleasant.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's where you would feel stressed. Stressed. Okay, so it's unpleasant. This is high energy, unpleasant. Okay?
Yeah.
So, right, you got it. All right, so now if you're looking at another feeling you had was calm, which
Yes.
is low energy, pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
So this is the pleasant side.
Yeah.
Okay? This is high energy, unpleasant. This is the unpleasant side. And you can guess what this is, right?
Kind of.
We got low energy, high energy.
Middle ground.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, you got low energy,
Yeah.
unpleasant. Right?
Yeah.
This is unpleasant.
Okay.
This is pleasant. Okay? So if you got a low energy, unpleasant feeling, what might that be?
Scared. Nervousness.
Is that high
Stress.
energy or low energy?
It's high energy.
Stress,
This
yeah.
is high energy.
Yeah, this high energy, stress, nervous. What might low energy, unpleasant,
I don't know.
sad,
Sad.
depressed,
Okay. I didn't get.
blue?
Okay. Okay.
You're down, right? Getting that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you live with it for so long, it's just natural. You know, right? Just in one of your.
So you can live in this state
You can live in the state, right? Right. Like you have a wound that doesn't go away.
for a long time. Okay.
Wounded.
Wounded. Oh yeah. Okay. 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 Now let's go to this one. High energy, pleasant.
High energy, pleasant. Okay.
What do you got? What's a high energy, pleasant feeling?
Activity.
Yeah, activity, fun, laughing.
Yeah.
Use the orange because the yellow
Got
you
it.
can't see it. So let's use the orange.
Okay.
Okay.
What did I say? Activity.
It could be fun. It could be happy.
Fun.
Think about a feeling.
Joyous.
Joyous. Okay. So
Yes.
these are like how we kind of teach kids and teach ourselves to categorize our feelings, right? So you can identify a feeling based on its pleasantness and the energy level.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
All right, so now let's look at this. Let's start with calm and comfy, okay?
Okay.
So if you're feeling calm, you're just feeling calm right here.
Yeah.
What was a thought that you have that could help you feel calm? What are you thinking? This is how you're feeling, but now how are you thinking?
I think when I drove here, I felt good about coming in here.
Because what
If
was
I-
the
but
thought?
if I, huh?
What was the thought?
I was thought I was going to go that I would have I was going to record something that would help somebody else.
Okay, so that was the thought. I'm going to
Yeah.
record something that will help someone else.
Yes.
and I'm going to talk to Lori, and we
Right.
get along really well,
Yeah.
and I don't have to worry,
Right.
so I'm feeling calm. Those are
Yeah.
the thoughts
Right.
that are associated with this feeling of calm. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about stressed. Like
Yeah.
if you were going to come in here and you were going to start talking about some really tough stuff, or something was going on and you came up those stairs and you were like, stressed.
Yep.
What might be a thought?
Hide it from her.
Mm-hmm.
No, you wouldn't know I was stressed.
What would you think about me? What would your thoughts be about?
About you?
Mm-hmm.
I would deep down. I was wasting your time.
Okay, so you have a thought, I'm wasting your time. What is your thought about yourself?
It's just it's just another 1 foot forward.
Mm-hmm.
Something you live with every day.
Okay, so you stressed, and your thought that is not causing necessarily, but that is associated with the stress.
What thought is it?
Mm-hmm. Wasting Lori's time. That was one.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Hiding it.
Hiding it. I have to, and the thought is I have to hide this.
Yeah.
And that hiding
You wouldn't
it.
know. I could come in here and. Okay, can
I have to hide
Okay,
this.
here you go. Here's an example.
Okay.
Which Neil are you going to get? You're going to get this Neil, the happy-go-lucky, everything's great,
This guy?
fine, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're going to get this one. Nobody gets this. Very, very, very few gets this one.
I bet even fewer get this one.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. So there you go.
There you go.
So now you're going to look at the thought. Okay? And you're going to say, I'm wasting Lori's time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what we have the kids do, they actually literally do this. You have to turn the camera and do this. Take that thought out of your head.
Okay.
Okay? With your hand. Move it. Take it out of your head.
Okay.
And let's look at that thought objectively.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to look at that thought. And we're going to go, okay, I'm having this thought that I'm wasting Lori's time. And I have a lot to hide. I have stuff to hide. I'm thinking these thoughts. And it's causing me to feel really stressed.
Okay.
Is there another way we might be able to change that thought? Let's take that thought. Let's just take this thought and let's go, well, maybe I'm not wasting Lori's time. Maybe Lori cares about me. Maybe she wants to help me.
Okay.
Okay, what if you had that thought? What would the feeling be? Would the feeling still be stressed?
No.
What would it be?
It would be shifting towards this direction.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So if you can change that thought,
Right.
you can shift the feeling. What if you made a habit of that?
A habit?
Uh-huh. Of thinking, if you're going, okay, I'm stressed, I'm wounded, I'm sad. Let's look at wounded, okay? Like that's a victim place. I'm
Right.
wounded, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is the thought around this? I'm wounded.
What
I'm
thought?
feeling wounded, yeah. Well, that could be the thought, could be I'm wounded, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but what are some of the thoughts that would go with that feeling of woundedness? That feeling is like woundedness, sadness.
I don't know if I want to go with that, but here.
That's deep stuff, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to say it, but if you can think about the thoughts that are associated with that.
I mean, I know exactly what I know.
You know your thought.
Exactly
right?
my thought. Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to share it.
Yeah.
But take it out of your head, and you look at it. And is there a new way, a different way you could look at that? And sometimes that is so hard. Sit down.
That would go back to that would be going back to that the try again.
Oh, your try again thing? Okay. All right.
This right here you can I can off camera.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big subject right there.
Okay, that's what a therapist is trained to do.
So I'm sitting down.
Sit down. Okay. To help you look at a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Look at a thought. I'm sorry, not a thought. Yeah. Look at the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the feeling and go, what is the thought associated with this feeling? What are my memories got? What is happening in my thoughts that is that's harboring and manifesting this feeling?
Right.
Okay? If I can take that thought out objectively, because it's so much pain, right? I use this thing, excuse me a minute, to show kids like, okay, we have these things. This is how when you're in, especially in this one,
Mm-hmm.
you got all these thoughts and feelings all jumbled up in
Right,
this ball,
right,
right?
right.
But if we take it out of our head, this is what we do literally in here. We look at it and we go, okay, now I have a new perspective.
Or did it become bigger
Well, it
and
became more visible,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Right? It can't become less disorganized.
Correct.
We can start to organize them, and let's start to take a look at each of these things, right? And then I don't want to go into what your thoughts are here, but if you have those thoughts and you were able to look at it differently,
Mm-hmm.
like let's just say, like for me, when I'm feeling sad, it usually has to do with feeling like a victim of something, like someone has hurt me, like someone has really hurt me. I'm feeling hurt. It's usually because of something someone else did, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's for me. If other people have different types of sadness, that's just really not even, they can't even identify the thought.
Yeah.
That's really hard. But if we can look at it and say, okay, let me try to look at this differently. Let me change my perspective of it. You know, maybe that person, like, okay, this is one thing that I do with kids. Like, let's say that you're feeling sad because you just walked by a friend and they didn't say hi to you and they just looked away. And you're feeling sad. My friend looked away. My friend, and your thought is, my friend might be mad at me. My friend is,
Yeah.
you know, ignoring me. I did something, and you get all these, and you have these feelings, these kind of feelings, or maybe even these kinds of feelings, like anger and like at them and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But if you go, okay, my friend walked by me. That's what happened. I had thoughts about it, brought about these feelings. Maybe they were having a rough day.
Yeah.
Maybe they
You give benefit of the doubt.
yeah, maybe there's a totally different way to, maybe they're not okay.
Right.
Maybe they just, like, their grandfather just died.
No, I can
Yeah, and so then
understand
that would change the feeling.
Right.
So if we can get this down and we create habits, we create new habits, and then that affects our behaviors, how we feel and how we behave and all of that. That's the whole idea. That's part of the idea around cognitive behavioral therapy, is just helping kids develop patterns and habits around awareness of what they're feeling,
Yeah.
awareness of what they're thinking,
Right.
being able to differentiate a thought from a feeling, and then analyzing them and taking them out of their head and into an objectivity,
Yeah.
and reframing their thinking.
Yeah.
It will reframe their feelings, and that's how you can get control. And you know what's interesting? I mean, this was all developed by Aaron Beck, like I talked about like really looking at then how do we look at behavior. He was more interested in like behavior. So then what does that mean for the way we behave? How are our thoughts and feelings related to the way we behave? But this idea came from Viktor Frankl. Do you know who Viktor Frankl is? He wrote this book called Man's Search for Meaning. And he was in Auschwitz concentration camp. And he wrote a book in there. He was a psychotherapist in there. What he realized was that the Nazis could control all of his external world.
Right, but not. I think I read about that.
Yeah, but not his inside.
Right.
Yeah, that's this idea of what you can control.
Yeah.
So they can control what's happening on the outside. They can't control what's happening on the inside. And the brilliance of this was this whole idea that between the stimulus and the response, between what happens to us and how we respond, between there is choice.
Yeah.
And that is a profound difference in the way we think and the way we behave and the way we feel. Between the stimulus and the response, there's choice. I love having kids, 9, 10. I have 9-year-olds that know this stuff so well. They'll come in and they sit down and they'll be just like, okay, now this is the thought, this is, and then they kind of reframe how they're perceiving what their friends are doing. And we can be more compassionate, we can be more self-confident, more self-reliant. We talk about self-reliance, all those kinds of things. So.
You are?
I am Lori.
And
where we go? Oh, for the
and your website is?
Yeah, ccamh.org.
And the phone number?
831-222-222. 831-222-0052. Easy to remember. Just
Pizza
go
cake.
222 and then 0052. Thanks.